Bravo, Sam. Bravo. You pissed me off. How dare you interrupt my main event? But if you think that's going to make me change my mind about our match, then you are mistaken. You're not going to Insomnia, Sam. And you're not facing me. I won't do it. So you can stop throwing your rate around, because the only thing that you're gaining from now on in is a fine. Starting at 5k and rising every single time you decide to intervene in a match from now on in. This match ain't happening, Sam, so get over it. Now, as for tonight, we will continue with the WIW Championship Tournament, and also we will be giving an opportunity to Katherine Albright. Should she beat Sandra Piper tonight, I'm putting her in the Insomnia match and making it a triple threat. Also, a quick word on the Nathan Lowe Memorial Battle Royal. The match will feature 10 stars in total, and I will announce all of the participants on Twitter over the next week, so be sure to get in contact if you want to get involved. Remember, of course, there will be a very special prize handed out to the winner. That's all the announcements for tonight, but obviously on Fight Night, we have a lot more problems to deal with. Oh, and for those of you who are calling me a coward, fuck you. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I beat him many times in the past, and I would happily do it again, but I have nothing to prove to him, to you, or to anyone. This is my company, and I will not be bullied into doing anything anymore. So shut up, sit down, and enjoy the damn show.
Shut up and sit down.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs, and welcome to another episode of Monday Night Mayhem. We are getting closer and closer now to Insomnia, just a few short shows away, and of course now everything wants to come up in the top left hand corner. We start tonight off as we did last week with the continuation of the WIW Championship Tournament, and the first man down to the ring is Original Brad, who has been on a roll for the last couple of months / couple of weeks. He has been in great form, really been competing at a top level, and the likes of Robert Hall and others have found that out. He's made it through this far to this round, the quarterfinals of the championship tournament, and he'll find out the winner. Well, if he wins tonight, he'll find out who he'll be facing in tonight's main event as Dixon takes on Stephen Miller in the other quarterfinal match. And that'll be the last quarterfinal match. Brad, who came here with 1 goal, and that was to capture his 2nd World Championship after being the first ever World Heavyweight Champion. And now he can finally fulfill that dream. It may not be with the crowd's approval, but it is with his own. And the next man down to the ring, the man who pulled off probably the best fight of the round by knocking out the 2-time WIW champion Jaden. It is the Road to Glory Season 1 winner, James Rowley. It's had quite a great year for this young man. The Road to Glory winner, Cruiserweight champion, and then to knock off Jaden to make it this far, the quarterfinal stage of the tournament. This is where things are going to start to get serious. We're narrowing it down to some big names here, to the likes of Brad Skeens, of course, who knocked out Katherine Albright. We've got Stephen Miller, the real deal in the tournament, of course, and there's an opponent in the ring tonight, the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, Original Brad. If James Rowley is ready to step up to the big leagues, now is his chance to prove it by making it all the way to Insomnia for the WIW Championship. Original Brad's proven in the past he can be there. Here we go, the bell rings and away we go. Original Brad and James Rowley, semi-finals of the tournament. And as I mentioned, with James Rowley, a lot of accolades to his name, but the world title isn't one of them. And I'm sure he'd love to do that before Season 1 is out. Off to a great start there with a beautiful crossbody. As for Original Brad, he came here with one sole purpose, and that is to win his 2nd World Championship after pretty much being bullied off the other brand by the Wolfpack. He made his way over here with 1 goal, and that's to become the WIW champion. He is not going to get a better opportunity than this. What a boot! Just flattens James Rowley with that massive running boot. And now, Original Brad, beautiful Hurricane Rana there on the counter. Brad needs to stay in control early. He knows what it's like. You can't afford to let James Rowley gain control early on. He loves to carry off the momentum. He's been a brilliant asset this year to the roster. The first ever Road to Glory winner, and continuing to show why he did just that. And now look at this, flying on all cylinders, not slowing down, carrying the momentum here. What a way to start off here with this tournament match. Remember, they will find out who they will be facing in the main event of this evening as Dixon takes on Stephen Miller in the other semi-final, and the last semi-final, quarter-final, sorry, of the round. And they will find, and then of course the winner of that match will face the winner of this match in the semi-finals. Look at this, beautiful STO. And of course the other 2 semi-finalists right now, Lachlan of Justice, and we also have Brad Skeens, who knocked out Katherine Albright. We might be looking at another upset right here. Original Brad hit with the 619 and a splash to follow through. Brad in huge trouble right now. Rowley looking for the knee. It only took 1 to knock out Jaden. Is it going to be enough to knock out Brad? There's the knee. High-flying knee from the high-flying James Rowley. Is that enough to get him done? 2 count. Brad had to do everything he could think of there to get out of that one. And he survives just about. James Rowley on fire out the gate here tonight. Absolutely dominating, and Brad just isn't getting going at all here. Really needs to start mounting some offense. And Original Brad is trying to fight back now the best he can, but right now I'm just not seeing a way back for this man because he is getting absolutely obliterated in that ring, and James Rowley just seems to have an answer for him. And James Rowley continuing to mount the offense forward, but now Original Brad trying to get some offense in of his own. He's been under heavy fire in this match and now could try and equalize it. There's a big splash. Brad showing a whole new sign of resiliency over the last couple of months, and right now laying the heavy hits down onto James Rowley. Big leg drop. And look at Original Brad. He's hyped up now. He's feeling it. The crowd not with him. The crowd have lost his support. They've turned their backs on him, and understandably so. He turned their backs on them. But look at Brad. This unbeaten run continues right now, and he's not willing to let it go. There's Old School. And now, Original Brad ready to put him away. This could be the end of James Rowley right here. There it is. Battle Axe. Original Brad has progressed through to the second round. Oh, wait a minute, wait, the lights have gone off. Did he get the free? What's happened? Oh my god, what the hell? Brad's down. Wait, what's just happened? James Rowley, it's pinned him. What the hell just happened? Original Brad has just been laid out flat in the middle of the ring. I thought he was pinning it. What the hell? The lights have just gone out, and emerging from the light is Brad being stood over by James Rowley, and Rowley has just progressed to the semi-finals. What the hell just happened? Original Brad is out of the tournament, but we don't even know how. What the hell happened? I thought he was going to get the win. Well, I guess we have no time to explain what just happened. It is time to move on down the rest of the card. I'm sure you're all eager to hear what the plan was when attacking SDC last week. That miserable weasel thinks that he can just drop out of the tournament and get a shot at the European title? But that ain't what happened, is it? Your so-called hero didn't get picked for the tourney at all, because he lost the title twice already. He says that he is the only important man, and he says that this is the only important title on the brand. But he says this only to make himself feel better about second place. Just like he has been second place to me his whole entire career. And if anyone should be in that match against Mason Foster, it should be me. The hero of wrestling has arrived. And I'm here to remind you that we've been over this once before, Jaden. I beat you more times than you've beaten me, so how in the hell am I second place to you? The only reason I got my shots at Albright is because I beat your ass twice. But if you really are so much better than me, then why don't you prove it right here, right now? Well, the ref has finally sorted things out, and it looks like we have a match on our hands. Jaden and SDC. Right when we thought we hadn't seen enough of them, they collide once again. These two have faced off, I believe, 3 times one-on-one, and of course also at Mind Games as well, for the Mind Games rights as the Mayhem team captain when Team Jaden beat Team SDC. And Jaden's still counting that as one of his victories. So I guess this would be the tiebreaker between the two in Jaden's mind. And Jaden off to a strong start here. He already landed the first strike earlier on with the low blow. And once again using his submission expertise there just to wear down Jaden a little bit. Jaden and SDC had a rivalry that went on for months. These two went back and forth trying to prove that they were better than the other. The hero of wrestling just wanted to be rid of Jaden. He just wanted to move on with his career. But clearly Jaden has other ideas. And now Jaden's saying he doesn't believe that SDC is worthy of facing for the European Championship. He believes that he does. His old enemy. These two collided on many different occasions, but it was Jaden that got the SDC that got the final hit, got the final laugh after he won at Lockdown in their Hell in a Cell contest. And now Jaden's coming back, trying to get a little bit revenge. Jaden, of course, knocked out of the WIW Championship Tournament earlier on last week. And now SDC bringing out some big moves here tonight. Looking like a whole new man out here tonight, I'm telling you. I've hardly seen any of the moves that he's throwing so far. And again, with that hook, DDT, very nicely done again by the hero of wrestling. And of course, the match currently scheduled is Mason Foster versus SDC for the European Championship. And although I know for a fact that Mason Foster isn't one to back down from challenges, you can't imagine that he would be too happy about Jaden somehow weaseling his way into this match and making it a triple threat. Looking to fly with a Phoenix Splash there, well sidestepped. Doing very well here to try and stay in control of Jaden, but what a slam down. Jaden, a two-time WIW champion. He's fallen from grace, that is from sure. But for Season 1, he's been one of the most recognizable names in the entire brand. And there's a Hurricane Rana. Of course, prevented from competing for the WIW Championship for as long as Aaron Albright was in the title picture. And now, officially, now that he's out of the quarterfinals, I guess he is out of the title picture. Look at this from Jaden now. Beautiful work there and slamming him down. And Jaden looking to complete the set. He'd be the first person to capture the mid-card title and the world title on their selected brand. The first person to be WIW and European champion. Now look at this. Submission hold applied here by SDC. Just trying to wrap this one up if he can. The best way that he can think of. And now look at this. The elbows hammering away on the head there. And breaks the hold. And plenty of action still to come in this match. You can feel it took a lot for one of these two to keep the other down in all the times that they've encountered. And of course, I think my favorite time they've actually encountered was their first time they encountered. One hell of a battle, and SDC proved why he was why he truly was the hero of wrestling. Trying to score a cheap cover there, only gets the one. And now look at this. Oh, there's the Kryptonite knee. Kryptonite knee by the hero of wrestling. And playing to the crowd who are not fans of Jaden. Not many people are, but Jaden trying desperately to hold on here after the Kryptonite knee, straight into the cover. And he's only going to get a 1 count there on SDC. He needs to mount some offense now. Look at this, begging him to get back to his feet. SDC was caught off guard there for a moment. And now Jaden, what's he thinking? Looking for a powerbomb. Oh, very well scouted there by SDC and managed to flip it into a DDT. And now SDC trying to stay in control, mounting his own offense forward. He's not going to try and let him. Oh dear, he got caught though. He gets caught. There it is, knee bar. That same knee bar that's won him 2 world championships. Rolls him through. Oh no. Well escaped by SDC. Oh, tried to turn it into the Injustice. And he couldn't do it, but well caught, but swung back by SDC. And this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a classic battle when these two collide in the ring. Look at this. Powerbomb. Oh, what a move. What a move by SDC. And into the cover. Is that enough? No, it's a 2. And his face says it all. SDC here to prove his point. To prove that he is ready for the WIW European Championship, which he claims to be the most prestigious title in the whole company. Is he right? I guess that's up to interpretation. Big spinning back fist there. Oh, try to roll through again. Has he got him? He has. Is it a rope break though? And the referee calls it. Oh, and that was nearly the end of SDC if he'd have hooked that again. But now spins him around. From here, we know he can set up a lot of different moves. We know he's got that Phoenix Splash available to him. Holding off on it though. Deciding against it. I don't know what he's going for instead. He's going to go for a massive powerbomb. And we know what happens if he can't get to 3. Boston Crab flips him over. SDC in a lot of trouble here. Already been put in 2 knee bars. Can he find a way out? Yes, he can. The hero of wrestling survives The hero of wrestling still going somehow. And Jaden in control for the moment. Can he stay in control? Irish whip to the corner. Oh, well read there by SDC. Oh, well flipped out though by Jaden. And now SDC's trying to keep him down. But look at this momentum that he's building up on this run-up. Beautiful work again by Jaden. And now Jaden has him up on the shoulders. What's he thinking? Oh, and a massive GTS. Gets him down very well indeed. And now trying to advance further forward, in control right now after SDC's strong start. Big strike to the jaw. Now what's he thinking here? Look at this. Pump handle, gutbuster. Very nicely done. And now to the top. Straight to the top. For the icing on the cake. Phoenix Splash. Phoenix Splash by Jaden. And that could be all she wrote for the hero of wrestling. Jaden into the cover. Hooks the leg. Is that it for SDC? He kicks. And that is one thing you can say about the hero of wrestling. He can half take a beating. He's taking some heavy shots tonight. Now look at this. Lining up for a super kick in the corner. Big shot. SDC doing whatever he can think of here to try and fight back in this match. Jaden in control for the moment. But can SDC fight his way back into it? What's he thinking here? Oh, and a Phoenix Splash on the ropes this time. And we've seen him use a variation of Phoenix Splashes to beat him before. And he's trying to do that again here. Beautiful acrobatics here from Jaden. You reckon if Jaden shedded a few pounds, he could be in the Cruiserweight division, battling for Jake Griffiths' Cruiserweight Championship. You got to imagine. And now look at this. SDC, the hero of wrestling, desperately trying to fight on here in the corner, playing to the crowd. And I wouldn't be doing that if I were him. He's definitely not in control, or at least not as he thinks he is. And now look at this. Oh, spins him round into a huge powerbomb. Is that going to be enough to put Jaden down? 2 count. What a battle, and the crowd are loving it. Looking for the kryptonite knee. Run up is there, and the kryptonite knee follows. Straight into the cover, and SDC, no! I thought he knocked off Jaden again, but he couldn't do it. Another classic battle between Jaden and SDC. Not for the first time, and I can't imagine that after Season 1 that they'll be for the last time. But what a battle these two are putting on. Neither one giving up for the moment. But who can get the job done? Big brainbuster there by Jaden. Jaden to the top again. Looking for the Phoenix Splash. One more time. Perfect execution. Straight into the cover. Has Jaden done it? Jaden knocks off SDC. And makes a huge claim for the European Championship with that victory. SDC fought hard, managed to try and fight back out of 2 knee bars, 2 Phoenix Splashes, and this massive powerbomb that bridged into the Boston Crab. What a contest! These two put on one hell of a war, as they always seem to do. These two in the ring just have such great chemistry. Oh, look at this! Coming to aid his friend, Jaden, under fire now from the European Champion. And he didn't appreciate the low blow that he got at the start, and now SDC has backup in the form of Mason Foster. Spinning heel kick, and now looking for the DDT. Oh, good night, Jaden. Well, Jaden clearly has proved his point. He believes he belongs in the European Championship picture, and he proved that again here tonight. But Mason Foster coming to defend his man SDC, and clearly the friendship's running true. Well, with Insomnia looming near now, what's going to happen? Is Jaden going to be included in the match? Will Mason Foster and SDC go one-on-one? I don't know, but the only question that really matters when Insomnia hits is who will be the European Champion to end Season number 1. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some tag team action from the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. That's right, Damas and Black Jesus lock into action here tonight for some great tag team action. And after watching the display from the Wolfpack this week, they may not have come out with the win, but surely that must have shown them signs of what they're going to have to do, of how to beat them at Insomnia. Remember, the League of Gods will collide with the Wolfpack for both the Mayhem and Fight Night Tag Team Championships, and whether or not that unifies the title or not, I'm not sure. The general manager hasn't touched much on it, but he has given this match the clarity. Has given us this match I don't even know what to say about that. There's a word I'm looking for, couldn't find it. Anyway, Damas and Black Jesus, the Mayhem and Tag Team Champions, out here in tag team action. They've called out the Wolfpack. They made a big challenge, big claim. But the question is, can the League of Gods pull off the upset against the team that have been champion for almost a year? They claim, of course, that the League of Gods aren't even the best tag team in their division, and that the Linebacks are, and they've already slain them. Well, we'll find out Insomnia if those claims are true. But tonight, these two are in warm-up action against the familiar team. A team who have been out of action for a little while, of course. For Season 1, they had won the tag titles near the beginning of it. But for them, it's been a bad year, mainly due to injury. Also due to a lack of consistent results. It hasn't been the best of Season 1s for these two. It is Austin Creed and El Murpho locking into battle once again up against the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. These two teams have both been Tag Team Champions. The only other team in the brand to do that is, of course, the Linebacks, who are the longest reigning and most time WIW Mayhem Tag Team Champions. And up, down, down. It's not been the most successful year for them. Lot of problems, injury problems, etc., etc., but they just haven't been able to stay consistent in results because of that. And now tonight, they lock horns with the League of Gods. Bell rings, and away we go. And let's see how this goes. Here tonight, El Murpho and Austin Creed have battled with the League of Gods in the past, and it's been a 50-50 affair between the two, but the League of Gods definitely getting the better of the results as of late. And of course, this might be the last time that we see Up, Down, Down for season number 1. Unless, of course, they are participating in the Nathan Logue Memorial Battle Royal. But no word on that yet. All of the participants, the general manager, keeping things under wraps. He did say though that there would be a very special prize for whoever should walk out the winner of that match. But again, he's kept that quiet as well. And El Murpho just giving himself space to make the tag there, and in comes Creed. And Creed, of course, very much a part-timer here. He can't afford to be here all the time. Very much dedicated to the other brands of work that he's in. But for Austin Creed, who's already a tag team champion here, he's a tag team specialist. He knows what it takes to win in the tag team division. He's done it here before. He's done it in the trial era. He's also done it in many other brands across the world. Most notably, he was a Raw and SmackDown tag team champions over in the WWE. By far one of the most established stars that we have here on WIW. And for Austin Creed, it hasn't been a great season 1. Injuries have caused him a world of problems and slowed down their progress a lot. But tonight, they get a chance to wrap up their season 1 in style with a win over the Mayhem Tag Team Champions, who desperately need to collect some wins and gain some momentum before Insomnia. And we haven't had much tag team action as of late here, particularly on the Mayhem brand, but that doesn't mean that we aren't expecting to get some more and more as time goes on. We are just establishing ourselves here for the end of season number 1. Of course, right now there's only been 2 real dominant tag teams, but after the Linebacks reign, look at this, going for a Spanish fly off the top. Well countered though by Creed. Creed does well to provide a counter to Damas, and Damas almost stunned that happened. Never been countered from that position before. Swinging neck breaker there. Very, very nicely done. There's a fist drop by Creed. And these two battling hard right now. Neither one of them eager to make the tag just yet. Murpho might change that. Oh, was trying to tag in Murpho, I think, there, but well broken up by Damus. And Damus once again starting us off here. And as I mentioned before, Damus very much the recognized closer for the team. It's been usually Black Jesus that takes the brunt of the offense, and it has been, as history shows, Damus who wraps up the majority of the matches. There's a big elbow drop. And straight into the cover off that elbow drop. Is that going to be enough to put away Creed? It's only a 2. And the League of Gods hyping up the crowd here. As you can see, Black Jesus may not be the star of the team, but he is 100% loyal and dedicated to this team. And these two have worked together to become a dominant force here. Oh my god, looking for a Greek bomb early. Greek bomb, and where did that come from? Straight into the cover goes Black Jesus. I did not see this one coming. And an early Greek bomb leads to an early kick out there from Murpho. From Creed. Try to go again. Only a 1 again. Well, an early Greek bomb. The League of Gods just looking to wrap this one up. And the Mayhem Tag Team Champions just couldn't do it. And now Creed landing his own strikes with Black Jesus, who is by far one of the most powerful people on the brand. Continuing to show that here, some heavy strikes. And now look at this. Continuing to show why he is the powerhouse. And Damus being told to leave the ring by the referee now. And he evacuates. Doesn't want to risk disqualification. Spinning back fist. Huge strike there by Black Jesus. And now might send him to the corner again in an attempt maybe for another Greek bomb, instead taken out by Creed. And now Creed looking for the Shining Wizard. Can he get him? Can he get him down? Yes, he can! Shining Wizard! And all of a sudden, and what is a fast-paced tag team match, it looks like all of a sudden maybe Creed could get the job done. Creed into the cover. Damus not coming to his rescue. He's going to kick out? He does. 2 count. And tags in Murpho. And up, down, down. Not giving up without a fight here. If this is their last fight of the season. Oh, look at this. Creed saying he needs a breather. He literally just tagged out and does not want to come straight back in. And they might take advantage of that fact here. And, oh, look at this. And this has been one of their big problems as well. The lack of communication. They haven't been the most fluent with their tags. You will notice that the best tag teams on both brands are the ones who talk to each other well, communicate. In comes Creed now, and in comes Damus as Jesus tags out, and Damus flies in at Creed, who's already taken some huge strikes tonight, and taking some more here from the hands of Damus, the Greek god. The man from Athens, Greece, former golfer, maybe still a golfer, I'm not too sure. But the man who claims that he wants to be the greatest golfer / wrestler in all of Greece. Continuing to do his work here tonight. Tag in comes Murpho. And remember, the Wolfpack will face the League of Gods at Insomnia in what we're expecting to be a huge tag team encounter. And I wouldn't expect any less from two teams who have been in such great form over the last couple of weeks and months. Damus and Black Jesus have been champions for about 3, maybe 4 months now. Whereas the Wolfpack have been champions, I believe, pretty much for about 11 to 12 months, to be honest. It's about 10 or 11 months. Now, Damus with some big strikes there. Dancing on him as well for style. You know the Greek gods love to put on a show for the crowd. And now Murpho not backing down that easy, though. Not giving up. Oh, beautiful counter there by Damus. And now Damus, oh, dancing on him. Tried to mock him, and Murpho was like, that's our job. You can't do that. And the League of Gods here, dancing on up, down, down, and two teams you think would get on very well. Doesn't appear to be happening right now. Oh, and trying to tag out again. Up, down, down, under heavy, heavy fire here tonight. But once again, with a counter is El Murpho. Can he land something big now? Looking for a big DDT, if he can get him. Can he get the cut up? Yes, he can! Big DDT! And we could be looking at a very huge loss here for the League of Gods. Should they lose it, it is to former tag team champions, but they can't afford to lose. Look at this, Damus shaking off that DDT, and now looking for greetings from Greece, gets him up on the shoulders. Greetings from Greece, and straight into the cover. Is Murpho out of this one? No! Creed makes the save. Only just though, and takes out Jesus in the process. And now up, up, down, down, have an opportunity now, maybe to take this one away, take it out of the hands of Damas and Jesus. Well, of course, we saw the Wolfpack lose earlier on in the week to the Blood Brothers in what was a grueling battle between two brilliant tag teams. And right now we are seeing another fantastic battle here on Mayhem. Can the League of Gods find their way to wrap this one up? The team, the brilliant mind behind Damas, the fragrance by Damas. And right now, working their asses off just to get this one done. And look at this. Creed is tired on the outside. Damas, who must be tired of his own. He's taking a hell of a beating here tonight. He's not usually the one who takes the beatings. He's usually the one who just comes in, closes it up after Black Jesus takes the brunt of the offense. And now Jesus is in trouble here as he gets tagged in. Might be looking at a stampede. No. Will escapes from the corner. Now to the opposite corner. This could be where he wants him. He needs to keep him here. Oh, God. He's going big. He's going very big here. Looking for a superplex. Black Jesus. Big superplex. And did you see the bounce as he hit the canvas? Very nicely done there by Black Jesus. And El Murpho bringing proceedings back into the ring. He seems to be alright considering, but I imagine that did some serious damage to the corner again. Tag is made again. And they're looking now for the Greek bomb again. Is this going to be enough this time? Greek bomb and straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2. Oh, and it's only a 2. Straight into the cover again goes Damas. Can he get it done? Can he get the job done? 2 count one more time. The League of Gods just can't wrap up the job here tonight. It's been a fantastic tag team encounter, but neither one of these teams can get the job done. Kick to the gut. Oh, look at this, and El Murpho thinking big here. Shades of what Stephen Thomas of the Wolfpack likes to do. Looking for the massive drive-by drop kick. Does well to avoid his partner's legs there. Lands the drop kick and straight into the cover. Can Jesus come in to make the save? He's not going to. Clearly he thinks Damas can kick, and Damas does. What a battle. Both teams giving it everything they have here. But only one can walk out the winner. Who can do it? Looking to make another tag maybe. He does. Tag in, back in comes Black Jesus. And this move's finished the match off more than enough times. Can they get him done? Hooks the arms. Very nicely done. Big splashdown. And now trying to make the tag, but stopped by Black Jesus in his tracks. And now Jesus, with his fast-paced powerhouse offense, continuing to apply pressure to the Up, Up, Down, Down team. Look at this, not even giving El Murpho a second to react to anything that's going on here. Oh, but Murpho, well countered there on a suplex and into a suplex of his own. And now all of a sudden, the tide might be turning again. El Murpho picks him back up to his feet. Can he land a DDT can he land the DDT to Black Jesus this time? Maybe. Trying to get him into the corner. Damas resisting, but he does get there. Tag is made, and in comes Creed one more time. Big shot to the gut. And which way is this classic tag match going to go? One of these two teams have to budge, surely. But which one's it going to be? Black Jesus taking huge shots, and then now going to mount some offense of his own. The true power of Black Jesus compels you. The man that we know as Ty, goes by the nickname of Black Jesus, has been such a dominant character, a true powerhouse, and he really has shown his strength as part of this team. Takes on most of the offense for the most of the match, but yet he always finds a way to keep fighting, as he's doing right here. Really stepping up for the League of Gods here tonight again, taking a huge lot of offense. But then again, Damas has taken quite a bit of offense of his own here tonight. Trying to make the tag out, couldn't do it. Well escaped by Creed. And now to the corner again. Oh, what a big stiff forearm there. Creed feeling the effects of a grueling match. Injuries have played their part for him tonight. Oh, look at this. Going after Damas. Now sunset flip to the non-legal man of Damas. And he's done well. He's taken him out there. And now he has a clean shot at taking out Black Jesus. This could be it if they can land something big. Damas out of the equation. Looking for Midnight Hour. Midnight Hour connects in the middle of the ring. And Damas is down. He's not going to come and make the save. Up, down, down. No! This is what I'm talking about. The power and heart of Black Jesus. How on earth did he kick out of that? Spinning back fist. The crowd go nuts. Where has Black Jesus just found this sudden leap of life from? And now look at this. Trying to hook him into the DDT again, and he does. Trying so desperately to keep Black Jesus down. He just can't seem to do it. Into the corner again. Tag again. Looking for the Midnight Hour again. This could be it this time. Midnight Hour number 2. And into the cover. Can Damas get there? I don't think he can. Up, down, down with the win. And in their last match of the series, Up, Down, Down scores a huge win over the tag team champions. Well, the Wolfpack said that the League of Gods weren't the best tag team in their division, and that was swiftly after their loss. And clearly, Damas and Black Jesus followed the same trend. The pressure of a huge tag team encounter getting to both teams, and it isn't looking great for either of them, is it? Both of them with huge losses, and now Up, Down, Down can end their season on a high note. Big victory for these two, and maybe contenders for the tag titles once season number 2 is over. But it's been bad for both sets of tag team champions coming into this contest. And they're taking some huge offense from people. But the question is, what are their conditioning going to be like coming to the end of Season 1 at Insomnia? And who will walk out with both the Mayhem and Fight Night tag team titles? We'll have to find out when we get to Insomnia. But it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, right before the final match of the quarterfinals of the WIW Championship Tournament, we've got something that could have major implications for the Women's Championship match at pay-per-view. The general manager clearly said that if someone else could get themselves into the title picture, then he would happily oblige and give them their opportunity. Tonight, Katherine Albright, after a huge victory last week against Haley Bowen, gets that opportunity. If she can beat Sandra Piper here tonight, she will get a shot and be added to the match, and it will be a triple threat match for the WIW Mayhem Women's Championship. Out first, the champion, the dominant Sandra Piper, 2-time Women's Champion, longest reigning champion in the Women's Division history. And I believe that's over both brands as well. Sandra Piper has been unstoppable. She truly has been the most dominant woman, of course. Even in the men's division, she turned up at the Royal Rumble, picked up 4 eliminations. She is an absolute machine, and so far the only woman in WIW who has even managed to slow her down is Haley Bowen. And at Insomnia, these two are scheduled to collide. But right now, Katherine Albright jeopardizes that. These two have only had one-on-one encounter, and that, of course, was at Final Countdown, I believe. Oh, no, sorry, Purgatory. And now, tonight, she faces a familiar foe, a woman she actually choked out at Lockdown to defend her Mayhem Women's Championship. It is Katherine Albright, but after her last week win, she looked absolutely impressive. And the general manager is giving her this chance. Should she win tonight against Sandra Piper, she will be included into the match at Insomnia and have one last chance at the championship. If not, this could be the last time we see Katherine Albright for season number 1. For a lot of people, some people have shown signs that they can beat Piper, but then when it gets there, they couldn't. This woman was not one of them. She couldn't beat Piper in the lockdown match, but she has beaten Piper on occasions. That's how she got the matchup in the first place. She can do it, but she's taken a lot of injuries from the hands of Piper before that. So we'll have to see if she can manage here tonight. She put on one hell of a performance against Bowen. Can she do the same again here tonight? Oh, look at that, just shrugging her off straight away. The power straight away on display at the hands of the woman monster that is Sandra Piper. Truly has been so dominant, Sandra Piper. Really has been one of the toughest women to beat. Of course, absolutely destroyed everyone on her brand and even beat the women's champion. Look at this, trying to hook the leg. Oh, nearly got it there. Beautiful counter by Katherine Albright and almost progressed to Insomnia. And for Katherine Albright, like I say, she has been one of the long list of victims of Sandra Piper's title defense. Her first one, that being, of course, her title reign. And she is now tonight proving why she got that opportunity in the first place and showing why she's so dominant. Look at that! Tossing Piper in the air. Not many people can do that. And Sandra Piper now just gets straight back up and straight back on the offensive. She's such a fantastic fighter, a truly dominant force. Not many people can even stand up and trade with her. Katherine Albright, one of the very few people that could. Before Haley Bowen, Katherine Albright was one of the very few people who came close to beating her. There's only 3 people in WIW history who have actually come close or have taken the championship from Piper. The only one who's taken it, of course, was Bowen, who she's scheduled to collide with at Insomnia. The only other 2 that have come close to taking the title, Leia Rose and Katherine Albright, who's trying to get the cover here, just desperately trying to escape and get herself to Insomnia. She came close on the roll-up earlier, but for Katherine Albright, at Lockdown was the final encounter between the 2, and she suffered the same fate as Elliot Rogers. She was choked out, but unlike Elliot Rogers, she has survived, and she is still living here to fight and showing why she was in that position to begin with. Big leg sweep there by Sandra Piper, who's trying to stay in control of this match, trying to remain dominant, but Katherine Albright landing some heavy offense of her own. And Sandra Piper gonna taunt now, mock her in the corner. She's come out on mic and said in the past, Sandra Piper, she is the most dominant woman. No one can even come close to touching her, that she is the only one who is can earn the title of the greatest women's wrestler in WIW. And you know what? I dare you to step in the ring and argue with her. Went for the tilt-a-well slam there. Well missed, but still manages to keep in control and mount the offense forward. Has her in the ring now. And now look at this. Oh, and a buckle bomb from one side of the ring to the other. Sandra Piper trying to stay in control. Once again going for the tilt-a-well slam, but once again a counter by Katherine Albright. She wants this match. She needs this win. Remember, a women's championship match is in store for Katherine Albright should she win. Into the cover again. Piper trying to get her out of here. She just can't do it. Can't land the tilt-a-well slam. Can't get the 3 count. Katherine Albright proving a bother for her here again. In what was a close encounter last time these 2 faced, it ended the same way as most of it does, with Sandra Piper holding her hand, having her hand held up in victory, and the title around her waist. And look at the damage she does here. Such a heavy hitter, powerful striker, and has the ability, as she's proven throughout season number 1, to choke you out with her bare hands. She's done it to Elliot Rogers, she's done it to Katherine Albright, and now looking to do it again. Grabs her by the throat, has Katherine Albright, learned how to escape it. No, it's lights out for her again. So dominant. How does she do it? Truly the greatest woman in WIW right now. What a display. Absolutely demolished her again here tonight. And we're going to see a sign of respect between these 2. These 2 have collided on a number of occasions. And they do shake hands, despite everything. Katherine Albright concludes her season number 1, missing out. But she pays her respects to the most dominant woman on Monday Night Mayhem. She couldn't beat her here tonight. But Sandra Piper sends a strong message to Haley Bowen that she is ready, that she has learned from her mistakes, and she is ready to defend her championship on the grandest stage of them all, Insomnia. Question is, will she do it? Will she conclude season number 1 as strongly as she's carried it through? Or will Haley Bowen become a 2-time Mayhem Women's Champion here tonight? Let's move on down the rest of the card. Main event for the evening here tonight, and it is the last quarter-final match between Stephen Miller and SDC. And after whatever happened or what went down at the beginning of the show here tonight between Original Brad and James Rowley is through officially to the semi-finals. Nothing else has changed on that front. Brad is out, but God knows what happened to Brad. Brad was ready to win, and then all of a sudden, lights go out, and when they come back on, James Rowley is standing over Original Brad. God knows what happened, but I have no idea. But Original Brad, he has many enemies, so God knows how he's going to narrow that list down. But anyway, down to the ring, a man who fell just short of the European Championship at Purgatory. It is Dixon. And after demolishing Rage last week in the main event, or the other week in the main event, Dixon's been on a great run, losing one match, and it was a championship match. So there is an element from this man that we've seen so far that he kind of chokes under pressure. But this monster, that is Dixon, is determined to get his hands on a world championship. Can he do that here tonight in the main event? He's up against someone who desperately needs this win to prove that he truly is the real deal. Stephen Miller making his way down to the ring. The real deal is mayhem, was what it says on his shirt. And season number 1, he was the real deal. For about 2 months solid, he was unbeaten. Hardly could be touched, hardly could be beaten. But then one loss to William Hale set him on a downward spiral to the point where he was losing to people like Travis Cottrell, who he'd beaten many times in the past. And Stephen Miller, the real deal, really having troubles dealing with him, dealing with people lately, but now making it through to the quarterfinals of the tournament. What a huge way to cap off season number 1 for Stephen Miller, then to walk out the winner of the tournament. But he's got a tough task in Dixon tonight, and Dixon, as we know, is going to come out strong exactly like he did against Rage. He knocked off Rage, the first ever WIW champion. You know he's out here tonight on a mission to take out anyone that steps in his way. Oh, look at that! Dixon tried to advance, but a cheap shot there by Steve Miller. And Steve Miller, as you know, doesn't go down easy. But Dixon is such a fantastic fighter. So powerful, so strong, and so determined. He's learned from his mistakes, clearly, against the European champion Mason Foster. And is carrying that to try and progress to the semi-finals of the tournament. Remember, both of these men, they are just 2 matches away, including this one, from going to Insomnia, which is the dream for everybody in this tournament. Went for a spear, but look at that, even that couldn't take down the beast. Dixon stands tall and trying to mount offense forward. Steve Miller trying to stop it. He just couldn't. And Dixon just so powerful. We saw how easily he dismantled Rage of all people last week. And now this week, doing the same into the cover. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. Into the cover, and he only gets the 1. And right now, Dixon in complete control and doesn't look like he's going to slow down. Steve Miller, the natural cruiserweight from Thailand, under heavy fire here from Dixon, and it doesn't look like Dixon has any intentions of slowing down here tonight. The European Championship was on the line at Purgatory, and he couldn't capture it. He made silly mistakes that he doesn't use. Well, he didn't even make mistakes. He just couldn't get the job done. Mason Foster with the heart of a lion, and you'll find that you're going to have a similar problem here tonight, Dixon, because Steve Miller is not someone who just lays down and lets matches go against him. 2 beautiful suplexes there to prove the point, and one more maybe to Dixon. Hooks the leg as well, but he just doesn't go for the cover. Too close to the ropes. And playing to the crowd here, Stephen Miller, very much an entertainer, one of the biggest names on the brand. And now look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful move there by Stephen Miller. Now picking him up. Trying to keep in control of him. He knows if Dixon gets going like he did, he can land some heavy hits, including the rack attack that's got the job done against the big man Rage, and might be able to do it against himself. Steve Miller, he's definitely up against it here tonight, but as we know, he loves a challenge. Always pushing himself to be at the top of his game. Remember, the winner will face James Rowley in the semi-finals for a shot at going to Insomnia. A beautiful knee, just like James Rowley. And now looking for the flip over DDT. Beautiful connection. Flip over DDT. And now straight into the tie driver. What a beautiful sequence of offense from Stephen Miller. Tie driver. Tie driver to Dixon. And is one going to be enough? Is one enough to knock off Dixon and progress to the semi-finals? 2 count. Dixon survives for now. But what a display by Stephen Miller. Just coming out of nowhere, landing heavy offense. And all of a sudden, Dixon now back to his feet. Look at the power behind that clothesline. And now might go straight into the rack attack. Back and forth encounter. And we still don't know which way this is going to go. But that might be enough. I see the eyes closed on Stephen Miller. Does that mean he's out cold? No, it doesn't. What a main event this has been so far. For the right to progress to the semi-finals. Dixon trying to stay in control. He's already seen what Steve Miller can do, and he doesn't want to find out anymore. Dixon, his power versus the natural high-flying instincts and abilities of the real deal Stephen Miller, who's trying to get himself hyped up here, but he got caught taunting and is now being made to pay the price. Dixon is trying to stay in control, but Steve Miller just too quick and finding a reversal. Big shoulder tackle and another big shoulder tackle. Trying to stay in control here. Well countered though by Dixon. Gives himself a second to breathe, but look at this. Steve Miller already back and there with a double axe handle. And now playing to the crowd. Now looking for another flip over DDT. Dixon is in serious jeopardy now. Flip over DDT number 2. Picks him straight back up. Doesn't want to waste any time. Looking for the tie driver. Well countered by Dixon. And now Dixon mounting the offense forward again. What can he do? What does he have to offer? Irish, they're trying to take him to the outside. No, he couldn't. Steve Miller gets his over though. And takes him out with a massive punch. What a battle this has been. The quarterfinals has been so great to watch. And the semi-finals, I imagine, will be even better next week. When, of course, we crown a new WIW champion at Insomnia. 2 people who will clearly deserve to be there by winning this tournament. And making it to the finals. Big strikes by... Oh! Big strikes by Dixon and a massive clothesline. Nearly ripping his head off. And straight into a Uranagi. Oh, wait, no. Into a backbreaker. 2 backbreakers. Really showing the powerhouse offense here tonight, Dixon. A massive backbreaker trifecta. And now Dixon staying in control. Oh, I know what he's thinking. To the corner. Looking to set up for the easy rack attack. No, he doesn't do it. Steve Miller now into the counter and a backbreaker his own. And into a Russian leg sweep. Not laying down and dying either of these two. Look at Steve Miller once again playing to the crowd. Now looking for the tie driver. He's signaled the end. Can he deliver? Tie driver gets him up. Down he goes. Tie driver. Drags him away from the ropes and into the cover. And surely this is it. SDC is going to the semi. No! How is that not a 3? I saw the hand go down. I could have sworn that was a 3 count. Stephen Miller couldn't get the job done. Dixon survives. But for how much longer? Dixon under heavy fire. Needs to mount some of his own now. Big knee. And now looking for another one. Oh, wait, no. Twisting in the arm. Oh, look at the strength there. Just lifting him up in the air by his arm. And doing some severe damage to the arm there is Dixon. Back to his feet. Dixon, massive clothesline. And not letting go of that arm. Really wrenching away on the arm right now. As he lands the clotheslines as well. Now Dixon playing to the crowd. Just like Steve Miller was doing. Showing the overwhelming power of the big man. And how... Oh, look at that! What a counter, and he might have just knocked him out on that bottom turnbuckle. Grabs him by the throat, and a massive choke slam by Dixon. Dixon laying heavy offense. Now gets him up on the shoulders for one more rack attack. This could be the end of Stephen Miller. Rack attack again. But he's not done. He wants one more. For a third time. Rack attack. No, can't get him up. Big counter by Stephen Miller. Big counter into it. An inverted drop. Steve Miller with the counter. And now looking for one more tie driver to wrap this one up. Oh, he's not going for the tie driver. What's he going for here? Captain's hook. Captain's hook. And he pulls him away from the ropes. He has him in the ring. This could be it. Stephen Miller's got him. Dixon taps. What a battle. Stephen Miller gets the job done. He is going to the semi-finals. Dixon put up a wall. Put up everything he could. But we saw signs of the Stephen Miller that we know and loved. Just would not give up. Kept fighting and refused to give in. Two massive rack attacks, about three of those massive clotheslines, but still couldn't get it done. Two tie drivers, that couldn't get it done either. And in the end, the submission of the hook gets it done. Steve Miller progresses on and is going to the semi-finals of the tournament to face James Rowley. He is one match away from going to Insomnia. Can he do it? The real deal Stephen Miller. He's been so dominant this year, but every single title has just eluded his grasp. But the question remains, can he do it? Can he find his way to Insomnia and become, for the first time in his career, to end season number 1, the WIW champion? That's going to conclude for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.